lovely temperature-wise while we're there. 60s and 70s during the day and 40s and 50s at night. You know, bring a jacket for the evenings or the mornings when it's cool. We could see some rain, so if you've got a travel umbrella, that's a good idea. Layers, right, are always a good idea. It's about the same latitude as St. George, so if you've been to St. George in November, it's pretty nice, right? But you might need a jacket. So, okay, we've talked a little bit about this. No need to exchange. It's about 3 to 1. It's actually a little better than that right now. So if something is $10 or send 10 shekels, it's you know, divide by 3. It's like $3.50. If it's something 3 shekels, it's $1. You can get an app on your phone. Credit cards, tips. Okay, so the envelopes, I do have a bunch of these. You do not have to use these, but it is helpful to plan ahead for the tips. You'll have a driver in Israel and an American guide, well, Mandy, our American LDS guide, and then our Israeli guide. And so this is their suggestions. They say it's not, how do they phrase it?
Required.
Not required, but definitely expected.
No.
So.
Is this Mandy too?
Yes, she would fall into the guide.
So we'll have 2 guides every day.
Yeah, and you'll tip at the end of the trip. You don't need to tip every day.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
bus driver, if we're switching out, but we'll let you know.
Well, it should be, yeah, that's true.
So the 6 to 7 is for both guides, or is that per guide?
That is per guide,
Okay, so it's $14 per day
per
Per
person.
per person.
Yeah, so yeah, I was gonna do the math. Well, so at 8 times 6 is 48. And 8 times 7, 57, so it's about $50 for each
Yeah.
guide per person.
So it's $100 for the.
For the couple. And then your driver is going to be 3 times 24.
But you'd have 2 guides, so you'd have $100 per guide per one person. So that's $200 per couple.
50
per person.
50 per person, 100 per couple.
Per guide.
Per guy.
So there's the 200.
That I'm
So
saying.
it's
you
two
have
Oh,
2
thank you.
guides.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
She did the math. So.
Yeah. So, like I said, you can take some more envelopes. You can use your own envelopes. You don't have to use envelopes at all.
It's interesting. We were just in Europe last month, and they don't really expect them as much. But
Europe
Israel's
doesn't.
They,
Israel.
Yeah, Israel likes their tips.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's that they're not
They're-
paid well or what, but we
Yeah.
were personally.
But the driver, say we pay at the end of
Pay-
Jerusalem and then pay at the end of
True.
Petra. I
True.
mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
so you'll
different.
need 24
guide.
to 32, so $30 or such for Israel, and then you'll need.
It's in your
12.
book too. This
So
is
you'll
all-
just tell us when to pay them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll remind you the day
Hey, we're
before.
wrapping up with this guy.
And
Now's the
you've
time.
got to know them. Might want to write a little note and say thank you and hand it to them personally, or you'll just say you can just give them to us and we'll collect tips and give them to them. It's whatever you're more comfortable with. There's not a right or wrong way. Any other questions on tips?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm wondering about rooms.
Okay, we will cover those.
Okay.
They do expect $1 per person per day for the hotels, and we will cover that.
So we don't leave stuff on the pillow.
You
or anything.
can,
Yeah.
but you don't need to.
But we won't be treated poorly if we don't.
They'll spit in your.
Because we're trying to avoid all that because you feel like you get tipped to death, and so that's why we try to
Right.
pay for the rooms and also the maitre d's at the
the
restaurant thing, just so you don't
We're
feel like you're
putting
like,
that-
oh my gosh.
And then
you're
the
getting-
portage. So when you get to the hotels, they'll pull out all the luggage, and then they can take it to your room, and that is included. But then they will expect a
the
tip.
dial standing for tips.
So if you're comfortable taking your luggage, just grab your luggage, and then you can bring it back down in the morning. But if you did use the portage service, which is great, if you don't want to have to juggle all that, then just know it's about $1. It'll be $1 a bag.
That's pretty cheap.
Coming
Yeah.
one for that hotel. So not now they bring it up,
Right.
and when they bring it back, it just the portage in and out.
When would you pay them that?
Right as you're getting your bag.
Yeah. The guy will stand there. Thank
I
you.
guess maybe they are gonna expect it when you take it up. Well, no, if they just leave it at,
Yeah.
no, I think they might just take it to your hotel room and you won't even see somebody. So it would just be at the end when they come, so, okay, speaking of the luggage
Usually they'll get up
tags.
there first, you'll be getting in your room, and then they show up. Personally, I'd like to take mine up, cause I like to start unpacking and do what I need, instead of
Yeah.
wait another
So
20 minutes or so, they may come up later.
these are the luggage tags. They are not, you know, like a QR code, or they're not like a hard fast, like, oh, well, you're not gonna lose my luggage because there's a luggage tag on it. It's just a kind of convenience. So if you're gonna put a bag under the bus, it's nice to have one of these on. You'll come down in the morning, or I mean, if you bring your luggage out, usually they line them all up, and they'll see all of our bags, and then they'll say, which is your bags, and then you watch them get loaded onto the bus. So this is just a help for them to kind of see this is our group. And you can take one for each bag that you have under the bus. But also, if you lose it or if it falls off, it doesn't mean, oh, they're gonna not take your bag, or.
But it is important that you see your bag get on the bus.
That is true.
Get a visual, okay, it's on.
And are we
Let's see.
limited to bus to bags? I mean, you said to bring one, but is that?
No, there's
Foster buys a bunch
generally,
of crap. Can
I
you-
know.
no,
We're
we
worried about
have,
'em.
we're not maxing the bus, right? We should be, there usually is plenty of room on the
So it's
bus.
just airfare,
It's
your
just-
airplane.
Yeah, and the
That's
hassle.
convenience
That's
too.
why I was talking, you know, to these ladies. If you can get your carry-on to fit onto your back, so you're only having to drag the one, that's good. I just know that when you're moving around a lot, all of a sudden you're gonna go, why do I have so many bags?
I'm not gonna do that. I'll be happy to have 2 bags.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, cause Courtney
Yeah,
will
take
pack
off.
around for you.
I'm the mule. I do accept.
You can tip Max. Max, you tip Max.
Yeah,
if
Max,
you want.
you're a
He'll
boy,
call for
man.
you. He's a bad
Okay.
swimmer.
Laura?
I'm not my own.
What do we expect in the rooms? Do they have hair dryers?
Yes?
Yeah.
They do?
Yes?
What else? Repeat the question.
What do you expect in the rooms? Bathrooms, beds. They're
Hair
4-star
dryers.
hotels. They'll even have shampoo and soap and lotion.
Okay.
They may not have washcloths.
Are
So bring your own.
Oh, good question. They do have a different style of. Well, style's not the right word.
Plug.
Plug.
Different style of plug, and they have a different type of electricity, right?
It's 220.
Right.
It's
So
220 and we're 110. So you'll need a converter and an adapter if you want to plug in a curling iron or a shaver.
Most of your stuff will adapt.
Yeah.
So,
How about
I
you
heard
charge your cell phone?
Cell phones should work fine. In fact, if they have the little USB, you're good. But if they don't have USB, and I'm not sure, I don't know if they all will, then you'll need. Well, he's going to get ours. We just got it on Amazon, and it has multiple adapters, and the unit is a converter, and then it has 2 outlets in it plus 4 USBs, so you can charge a whole bunch of things.
So I know there's one in Europe. And
Uh-huh.
then we went to England last May. That's a different kind. So is this real different again?
as well.
And Israel
Yeah,
has
it's
their
pretty close.
own.
This is like the
Is it the same
H+.
as Jordan? Are they on the same or not?
And they actually are like 230, I think.
Oh,
Can
really?
you buy them like around here?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Amazon.
Walmart, the missionary stores, usually they come with a set of like 4 or 5 different ones.
Thanks.
So the 2-prong, that's the basic, I think, I don't know which, I think that's C, works, but so does their H, which is their 3-prong.
Just gonna grab.
Yeah,
this works awesome because it has USB and everything.
Yeah, so
And it comes with all these, but that's pretty typical right there.
that's the basic C,
Just put this in.
and that will work.
Even though they say they want an H, a C will work.
Right, and H looks like this. No.
I don't know
It's
if
kind of like that because it's kind of a V. Don't ask me why, how, but
But if it has all of them, you should be okay.
yeah. But and then the C also works. I know we used this last time we were there.
Mandy, in one of your documents, you mentioned that we do not need to have a converter, just the
I did?
adapter. Yes.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Because
Okay.
most of your
So-
electronics will convert automatically.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
like
I'm
your
not very
phone,
savvy.
your,
That little block.
but you wanna check on 'em.
But I have a question, because we lived in Germany and we had to have a transformer anytime we used a curling iron.
Yeah, that
anything
stuff
with
that
heat related.
that drags a lot of
So
power.
I don't know if you actually tried a curling iron over there to see if it works in just those, or if you need something different.
I can't remember if I.
Not that I'm taking one, but
Curled
I'm
my
just
hair,
curious if
right.
you-
You definitely want an adapter and a converter if you've got a curling iron. Yeah.
I was talking to Jen again, Jen Fouts.
Oh,
and
yeah.
She told me that they brought electric toothbrush and it blew the fuse the first time they plugged it in.
Okay. Go for
Little
the
battery
standard
one.
model.
What did she
Yeah.
say?
An electric
battery
toothbrush,
toothbrush.
You need
blue.
to have the converter, the transformer. 'cause
Yeah.
it won't- Like a heating pad, I tried that
Okay.
Germany, it won't,
No.
it blows it all up. So anything
Yeah.
with heat, your computer's okay, but
Really?
anything with curling iron, heat, any of that,
Okay. And that's why they do have hair dryers. I'm convinced everywhere I've ever gone because that would for sure short circuit anything. So
Do they have mini refrigerators?
I do not know that they
More
will
than
have
often,
those.
Seems like they
They
do.
might.
Some do, some
I
Tell me what she's asked. I'm hard.
oh
to-
mini refrigerators.
Oh, mini refrigerators, okay.
You've got a hotel list, and I don't know. We could look online. We stayed at this La Leonardo Plaza the first night in Netanya. We've stayed there. I'm pretty sure they had a fridge. It was really nice. Galilee. I can't remember if North Guinnessar had them.
I
And
can't
then
remember.
I can't remember. And then
Yeah,
Gloria's a
different
new
ones, too.
hotel. So, if you need it for medication, then talk to me. But for the most part, you're getting your meals morning and night at the buffet, so it's not like you have to keep a whole lot of food.
What about
Yeah.
ice? Can
Oh.
you get some ice? on the-
Ice is okay, but it just won't be very common.
No.
I know.
Like Europe.
Yeah,
We don't
Europe.
get to have
They just
cold water.
it's not that important. I'm sure you'll be able to find it some places.
So in the hotel, will they have ice?
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
probably not.
okay.
I don't know.
Please
So
don't,
that's
be-
different
please
than a
don't
water
be
bottle.
please don't be an American and sit there and make a big deal over ice.
Especially.
We had so many people get.
Well, I'm not going if I can't have ice.
Oh, great.
I know it is nice if you're gonna have your water all day.
I'm just kidding, you know.
No, I know, our German friends just
Are
like.
there places to fill
Yeah.
up your own water?
Just in the tap.
Just
They
in the-
don't have. I don't think you'll have like a fillable. I haven't been there 5 years. Maybe they will. And then,
And it's safe
then I'm
water.
gonna be wrong. But what?
It's
Yeah.
safe water.
The drink
It's
is
safe.
drinkable.
You can drink the tap water. So yeah, bring a bottle. If you don't want to be buying bottled, then you can bring your own. Okay. We good? Okay. Hezekiah's Tunnel is very fun, and Mark and I will be doing it. Bailey Max will be doing it, but you do not have to do it because it is long, and if you don't have a light, it is completely pitch black. And it does get narrow. Some places you'll have to go sideways. And you will get wet, depending on how narrow it is, the water and how tall you are. You will get wet, and flip-flops can slide off, so.
But you don't need a swimsuit.
No.
You don't need a swimsuit. I didn't do it last time. Just know that, I just brought pants that I could roll up. And that worked. There is a very cool visitor center up top, and you can stay and hang out there if you don't want to do the tunnel.
Is that additional?
No.
That's
it's-
included
But
in
you
that
could
door.
wear shorts that you can change into long pants later. I'm not a shorts person.
Yep.
Chance.
Yeah, there'll be bathrooms and changing rooms
Okay.
there. Headlamps recommended, so you're not gonna drop your phone. I don't know.
Like how narrow, can I get through turning sideways?
We'll ask the front desk.
I can't remember. Where's
I can't either. I just
I don't
remember kinda
know.
being
I just
dark.
remember,
That
it's
was
not
so
the whole
light.
time. I mean, there are just some sections where it turns. I don't know.
Alright, sorry.
We'll check with them.
They're kind of heavy set, you can get margarine, put it on the wall, slip right through.
Good
Yes,
idea.
pack your
I'm
margin.
just saying, if you're stuck, I'm going by. I'm just gonna keep going.
Thanks, man.
You'll also want water shoes for the Dead Sea.
Yeah.
We are staying at a resort that is on the shore of the Dead Sea, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So that we've done it other ways before. This is a lot more convenient. So you can swim in the morning and in the evening, or not at all if you don't care to. You can just go and take pictures of people doing silly things, like covering themselves in mud. Oh yeah.
Does the Dead Sea have a bit of an aroma to it, like the Great Salt Lake?
I can't remember.
A little bit. Do you remember? Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
do, but
But
not.
not like pungent. Where you don't
Yeah.
wanna
Oh, but I think anything you wore will smell after.
get in. Yeah, like we're bringing older suit.
Yeah.
Do we have to
That guy's
provide our
doing
own
mine.
sand flies?
Yeah,
Or do they have those there
They,
too?
they do have a few. Yeah, a
Yeah.
dozen per person, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I get eczema. I don't know if anybody else does. It will definitely sting. It's a cool experience, but you might decide that you're in and out, and that's enough. But it is kind of fun. You really do float. You can't. You have to force your legs down. So, anyway, that's the Dead Sea. Questions?
Well,
Okay.
it says it might get ruined because of the salt.
Smell,
The
yeah, the
mud.
salt and the
The
smell.
You may want to.
You should be able to rinse out. I still have the one I wore,
I might. Oh, do you? I
but
might
just
bring
realize
one
it's
and
not.
Throw it away so it's wet. Not
And
in the
I know, and
suitcase.
then you have more room in your luggage. And we used to tell you to bring an old towel so you could have, but now that we stay at the hotel,
Yeah,
they'll provide
hotels.
towels.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Gloria Hotel, our groups have stayed there before. I haven't personally, but Mandy loves it. She requests it, and our other groups have loved it. So that's like the archway. I tried to find a date for how old those arches are, and I don't know, but it is inside the old city. So it is so cool. So you, in the evenings, after dinner, you want to walk down to the Western Wall, you want to walk out to the Christian quarter, the Jewish quarter. It's so fun.
It's really fun.
There's an optional light show at the Tower, I think Tower City of David, something like that. We'll get more information. That will be something we'll do in the evening. On Friday night, Mandy will for sure go down to the Western Wall. We'll welcome in the Sabbath with the rest of the Jews as they sing and dance, and that is a lot of fun. And so that's Friday night into Saturday, and we'll go to church on Saturday. They go,
That's their Sunday.
that's their Sunday, and
Their Sabbath.
the church follows the Hebrew tradition or whatever. Their days of the week there. So we'll go to church on Saturday at the Jerusalem Center, which will be amazing. So bring church clothes. Nothing, you don't have to be fancy, of course, but you'll want church clothes for that. We have an opportunity to go to a concert also at the Jerusalem Center in the evening, so then you get to see the city lit up at night. That is also really awesome.
Is that Saturday evening?
That will be Sunday night.
And is that a Sunday dress too?
Good question. I don't know.
So
But if we bring it for Saturday, then
Yeah,
it's
you can
our
wear it,
Sunday, okay.
So will the people who are just doing Israel be able to do that or not? Because I think we have to
Yes.
go to airports. Sunday.
What time is your flight?
I don't know.
11:50. A lot of you have the morning flight. Is yours 11:55? Some of you switched. I forget. Yeah, they'll want you to leave 4 hours before your flight. So it's true. Depending on when you leave, you may not be able to go.